We've just done something a little bit special for you guys. We've taken the standard, beautiful Christmas Carol by Dickens, and we've rewritten a little bit. The cast assembled. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Neil.
We've got Peasy in there. Peasy's going to be playing the part of the driver. All right, okay, so let's start. We call this Miss...
You forgot Max. You forgot Max.
Max! Well, I'm so sorry.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Let's start then. Who's starting then? Well, it'll be Max starting.
Yes. When do I start?
And don't forget, this is...
I just screwed it up. I was all set. I got my announcer pose on.
This is going to go
hand
good.
to my ear.
This is going to go
like
good.
old-time radio before all these bloody TVs and plasma stuff, when people used to get their entertainment just listening to the human voice and using their imagination to create scenarios.
And we're doing this live.
We're doing it live, and Pip's going to speak once a year. Pip will speak, we think. We're pretty sure. She's gone into cardiac arrest, but I just gave her some insulin, and I'm fanning her. I think she's going to be fine. All right, whenever you gentlemen are ready.
Can I go now?
Yes.
It was a cold, dark afternoon in the heart of the Piedmont. Ms. Scrooge was in her barn, toting her feed supply and scowling over her vet bills. Her overworked and underpaid assistant Pip sits crouched in the corner, blowing on her frozen hands to stay warm. She'd love to have a computer to do her show research, but Pam makes her use the Encyclopedia Britannica and a manual typewriter. A small electric fire is plugged into the tack room wall, and periodically Ms. Scrooge sticks one of her enormous booted feet towards it to stay warm. She frowns upon hearing a vehicle come down the driveway. She is loath to be interrupted. Why, it is her program director, Neil, pink-faced and hearty, struggling under a tower of gaily wrapped gifts and toys.
Merry Christmas, Pam! I heard you didn't get a chance to go shopping for those gifts for your little nephews and nieces, and I had a few gifts left over at my house just for you.
My niece is 30. Why the hell would she want a toy?
Well, perhaps then for the children in your neighborhood, Pam.
Bah! I want nothing to do with your toys, sir, and all these idiots who go around celebrating Christmas by going to the malls and buying their kids' PlayStation and other electric doodads should be strangled with their own leapfrog and buried with a stake of holly through their heart.
Oh, surely you don't mean that, Pam. Please, come celebrate with us at Anthony's house and come see the merriment that electronic toys bring his children. You should see how Brandon's eyes light up.
Yeah, his eyes light up as well as temporal lobes. And you wonder why there's so much ADD today in the world, because these kids are frying their brains on this video crap. They have no imagination. None of them read. All children should play with paper dolls and hand-carved wooden toys. You know, when I was a kid,
Yes, times were simpler then, Pam, but things change. Please, come to Anthony's house and...
Bah! Humbug! Go away, Neil, and keep your Christmas to yourself and let me keep mine.
But you don't keep Christmas, Pam. You shouldn't deny the children what they really want just because you don't approve.
Pip, overhearing the conversation, gets off her hay bale and stands and applauds.
One more sound out of you, Missy Lala, and you'll spend your Christmas day looking for a research job at John Boy and Billy. Try to get that lord ass to give up red meat. Pip, you're supposed to sniff pathetically there. Well, I can't stand all day hanging around here. I've got to go in the house and make sure the dogs haven't freebased my couch.
As Pam mounted her front steps, she notices to her horror her door knocker changing shape into the dreadful face of her father.
Oh, my God, my door knocker is changing. Wait a minute, I don't have a door knocker.
Pam goes inside her miserable little IHOP house and had a melancholy meal of gruel before donning his and her LLB nightshirt. Paul was off on one of his several jaunts to Europe, leaving her to run the farm to fend off any greenhouse disasters. Mad Cow disciplined the dogs on her own. Hey, not that she was bitter or anything, and started to nod off on the couch, her dogs contentedly ripping apart the cushions and then burping. The burp sound effect, I believe, is supposed to come. I can't do that on command.
Isn't there a sound effect?
Would.
No, I don't have the burp.
Can anybody do a burp? Can you do a...
Well, we have a bark.
But you know what? I don't like being part of a low-rent production. Let me just tell you, mister.
There's supposed to be a sound effect of a dog burp. Can't anybody burp on command?
No.
God, you guys are such amateurs. All right.
There.
Who's that?
ready?
That's Neil.
Okay. And you said you had no talent. Suddenly, there was a terrible noise, a heavy clanking and dragging of feet. Pam looks up, and to her horror, she sees her father.
Oh, dear God, what are you doing here? I thought you were still in Atlanta alienating my siblings. And the chain of old toys wrapped around you. Why, there's stuffed horses, and there's Susie Homemaker toys, and Green Army men, and Scrabble. Oh, all those wonderful toys of my childhood. What do you mean I gotta move with the times and embrace new kinds of toys for children? Bah! I don't believe it. And what do you mean that if I don't, I'll be visited by a ghost at 1 a.m.? Get the hell out of here, you freaking immigrant. I spent $10,000 in therapy dealing with your crap.
With a terrible moan, Pam's father passes through the wall. Crash sound effect. But then suddenly remembers that he didn't have the power and uses the front door instead.
Does Max actually have to tell you guys that there's a sound effect at that point?
That's your line.
It's not a line. It's voiceover. Voiceover doesn't say sound effect. Voiceover just reads the line with a terrible moan. Pam's father crashes to the wall, and then you're supposed to hear the crash. Not that he says sound effect. Let's do that again. Max, with a terrible moan.
With a terrible moan, Pam's father passes through the wall.
There you go.
But then suddenly remembers that he didn't have the power and uses the front door instead.
What a Muldoon. Ghosts. Bah! I'm going to sleep.
The clock soon struck 1. Really, it did. Pam refused to have any electronic digital clocks in her house. Suddenly, she was awakened by a fearful sight. Anthony scratching his stomach and holding his remote.
Are you the ghost of Christmas present?
What are you, an idiot? I'm Anthony. This is still pissed off and won't let me in the house.
Well, did you not explain to her that she was the hottest thing you'd ever seen after that wacko Casey was hitting on you at the Santa's Link thing?
I did.
You did not.
This isn't on my script.
We're ad-libbing. Now I'm going back to the line. Bummer, you want something to eat?
Got any hair gel? I like Nexus, but I'll settle for Jerry Redding.
I only have White Rain.
I wonder why your hair looks like crap.
Shut up!
You shut up!
Shh, listen.
And to their horror, a ghost appears. A tall, shaggy-haired man looking suspiciously like Arrow, carrying a dove upon his finger. The dove squawks and drops an egg on Pam's floor.
Oh, gee, thanks. Are you the ghost of Christmas present?
Come here, Cuckoo. Let's talk to Pam. Well, it depends if you mean that metaphorically, Pam. In this lifetime, on this particular plane, the answer would be in the affirmative. But if you allow the teachings of the Sufis, you'll find...
You know, just spare us the cosmic crap, Captain Kirk, okay? Why are you here?
Dude.
What are you going to show us?
Dude, just take my hand, all right? And we'll fly through the sky to visit the children of the area.
Don't we have to check in like 2 hours ahead of time for security and crap like that?
Anthony, look at me. Don't you think that I could get you security, everything that you need?
Yeah, like I'm going to believe that from a guy.
But believe they do. And with each holding a hand, they fly over Pam's neighborhood, sailing over farms and trailer parks. They land outside one little trailer festooned with big colored lights and a merry family inside, wrapping presents.
These lights are so tacky. I hate when people...
Will you shut up? Just shut up. Let's listen.
Inside, the family are showing off their newly acquired booty. Video games galore. They all agree that the children will love them, and this will be the best Christmas ever.
I just can't stand all this video game stuff. I just can't bear it. Arrow, take me away.
Pam,
take me away.
Pam. I'll take you away, but you got to see something worse.
Pam's underwear drawer?
Taking Arrow's hand, the trio fly over the countryside and land outside the house of Pip.
Why, it's the house of Pip. Why are we here?
Look inside, Pam, and you'll see.
They all look in and see poor Pip researching by mere candle, rubbing her sore neck.
Poor tiny Pip.
Oh, she looks fine.
Oh, she looks okay, but But you make her use those heavy encyclopedias, Pam. Her arms are aching and she can barely see.
She can barely see because she wears those freaky glasses. I tried them on the other day and I thought I'd taken a bad tab of acid.
I'm warning you, Pam. If you don't move with the times and help Tiny Pip, she might not be around much longer.
You mean she might?
That's right. Be recruited by the Bob Jones Station.
No! No! You don't understand! She can't do that! She's too alternative. I mean, she acknowledges a divine presence and everything, but she can't. No, Pip! Oh, no, no,
Pam
no,
thrashes
no,
around
no,
and
no.
opening her
No, keep going. No!
eyes. Finds she's been wrestling with the dog bed. The terriers are cowering in the corner.
Oh! No! It's a dog bed! Oh, my gosh, it's all been a dream, but... and it may not be too late for me to change. Oh, what day is it?
Pam looks out the window and runs to the top of her driveway.
That would be a sound effect of running.
I don't have that.
You don't have that?
Did you not know this was coming? Did you look at the script ahead of time and see that there was a sound effect that was supposed to be somebody running?
Running
heavy
and running
breathing?
and running.
I'll do it again.
Long
I'll do it
driveway.
again. One of you run and heavy breathe.
Okay.
Pam's probably heard this before.
Only when they want to be let out, baby.
Pam looks out the window and runs to the top of her driveway. That's dogs.
Oh. Running and running. You ought to see him drink. Here's Anthony drinking. Okay, all right, so I'm running because the driveway's so long, and I say, damn, this driveway's so long.
She flags down a car that skids to a stop, barely missing her.
Hey, what the hell's the matter with you?
Oh, charming boy, clever boy, why, what day is it, my fine young lad?
No, seriously, what the hell is the matter with you? It's Christmas Day, you pine cone.
Oh, then it's not too late. Tell me, my fine boy, do you know the Radio Shack on the corner?
Well, duh, everybody does. It's Landrum.
Well, run along now, my fine boy, and buy me a computer for Tiny Pip, the biggest one in the store. Get back here in half an hour, and I'll give you a shiny quarter.
Bite me.
All right, $50. Hey, watch out for the pond! Anthony still doesn't know where it is.
That's tires screeching?
Yeah, it's supposed to be tire screeching.
The driver took the money and never returned. Undaunted, Pam went to Radio Shack and bought another computer and delivered it personally to Tiny Pip. It was such a surprise. Pip was beside herself with joy. She boiled a riblet for them both, and as they lifted a glass of organic cranberry juice, Tiny Pip could be heard saying... I said Tiny Pip could be heard saying... Okay, you either speak or you're going to Bob Jones tomorrow. Screwed up the line. Can I do it again? Can you let me do it again? I screwed it up.
Go on, do it again.
Okay, either you speak or you're going to Bob Jones tomorrow.
God bless us, everyone.